Hello, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I have a new camera. I got my Canon PowerShot G7X camera. Actually, my husband got it for me on my birthday and it's amazing. So you will be seeing way more videos using this camera, so way better quality basically. So pretty excited about that. Anyway, so today I am going to do a natural no makeup look. This is something that I kind of find fascinating because I love makeup, and I usually do more like a glam look on myself, but I do think that natural makeup no makeup look, it's kind of, it has like it's more trendy, I feel like, you know. So yeah, I find it fascinating because there's so many ways of doing it, and I think also there's so many different ways of doing it for different skin tones, and I think it's just so fascinating and cool. So I'm just gonna try to do this. This is what I've done a couple of times, and I think it's alright. Anyways, I'm just gonna jump right into it. I hope you enjoy, and yeah, let's get started. For primer, I'm going to use this matte oil control primer. I really like it. I'm breaking out a bit right now because I'm on my period, so I feel like it kind of fights my whatever's going on here. Alright, so let's apply our primer. So for foundation, I'm using these two, mainly just because they actually don't happen to match my skin tone. So when I mix them, they kind of just look more natural. Going in with these two tones, Ivory and Porcelain, I believe. See, I try to mix just equal amounts of them. If not, maybe a little bit more of the darker tone, just because the white one definitely make me look like I'm kind of trying to become a vampire or something. So, you know, since this is going to be a natural look, I do try to not put too much of the foundation on, but sometimes you just do that if you want to. I mean, yeah, you do you. So this is my concealer that I'm going to use. This is the Porcelain shade again. And just going to put that on my spots and under my eyes. So let's do that. So there's so many ways of applying this, so you know, again, don't have to follow my technique, you just do you. And I do like to blend it out with my fingers. If you prefer a sponge, go for it, but I feel like finger just kind of looks better on me. I'm using my I Heart Revolution Praline palette, and I'm just going in with the shade Temper. Now this is how I like to do it, so you know, if you're doing differently and it works better for you, just do that. But I like to, I'm using this brush which is from Norway actually. I got it a couple of years ago. It still works really good, so I haven't really tried it out, but so I like to stamp it in and then go upwards. And then try to blend it. Would be like this compared to this. I also like to trace my jawline very gently. And blend it downwards, just so it doesn't look too weird. And then of course, just some here. Even though people might not see it, it just kind of looks good. And for a very gentle nose contour, I just use a regular brush like this. This is what works for me. And just very gently come up in here in the sides. And next is translucent powder. I happen to have it in matte. You can do whatever you want. This is just what works for me, and yeah. So I am just going to stamp some of the setting powder under my eyes and put some on my nose and some here. Yeah. I need a mirror. Now I'm going in with my eyeshadow primer. And just cover your lids with that, not too much. like the concealer, I just like to tap it into my lid and spread it out a little bit. So for eyeshadow, I really like to use this Colourpop-Hanky Panky, it's called. It works so nice on my skin tone as a natural eyeshadow. I really like this. I hope they don't discontinue it. They discontinued my favorite all-time eyeshadow. I was so mad. What's the point? So I do take a brush here and I like to just really get it in. I know that these eyeshadows, you know, you can use your fingers and stuff, but like, I don't know. I'm not loving the idea of doing that with your eyeshadows. And here I just gently put it all over my lid here, and then later I'm going to blend it out just by my crease and add a tiny little bit of a darker one. You'll see. So just over my lids. Alright, then I go in with this eyeshadow from Wet n Wild. I use it very gently, just under here and a little bit in my crease. Not too much though, because this is supposed to be natural. But, oh, I can't open it. But I do think it just gives it a little bit more depth and can't open it. I don't like their packaging, I have to say. There we go. I'll be using this brush here. I just gently apply a little bit, not too much. Again, make it in natural. I'm pale, so you know, if I put bright colors on me, I just look like, yeah, just imagine a piece of white paper and you can put stuff on it. It's not, yeah. Very gently. Same one here. And some on my bottom lashes. Then I use a flat brush for the bottom part. Well, actually, I'm going to remove my setting powder, because usually if I put my eyeshadow at the bottom and I remove the setting powder, I remove the eyeshadow too. So I'm just gonna get that out of the way. Alright, back to the eyeshadow. Now the last part with the eyeshadow is I like to draw like a black line, usually where I would do a liquid liner, but since liquid liner, by the way, I'm sorry about the wind, and I'm sorry about my guinea pigs. They're right over there drinking their little water right now. Hey, Mocha. Oh. And my two little girls are taking a nap, so sorry about that. So black liquid liner would usually look a bit more dramatic, while if I use a black eyeshadow, sorry, she's excited. If I use a black eyeshadow, it just looks softer, it looks more natural, but you still get that little bit of glam. So what I do, using this eyeshadow from, come on focus, come on girl, okay, using this black eyeshadow from Wet n Wild, nothing special, you can use any black eyeshadow really. I just had this one laying around, and I'm kind of trying to use up their products just because of the whole lying about being cruelty free thing. So alright. And I know a lot of people say, you know, stamp it down, but like I feel like when I glide it across, it looks really good and it works. So you do you. And then when I've done as much as I want of the line, I try to pull it up a little bit here on the side, like how I would do my liquid eyeliner, but just it's not as dramatic. And then I repeat on this side. Also, when you're doing this, try to keep as close as you can to the lashes. Eyelid. Next I'm doing eyebrows. I'm just using a regular e.l.f. Eyebrow pencil. This is in deep brown. Nothing fancy, but it works for me, and I like natural brows. They just look better on me. So yeah. And if you're wondering how I do my brows, I trace them very gently with the pen, just around and on top, and then I buffer them out, and I kind of go from there, you know, like I kind of look if they look patchy, I just kind of try to add a bit more color where it's patchy, but I don't really try to kind of shape them differently or like add like drama or anything. It just looks so much better on me if I have a natural. But yeah. And then I do this. mascara. I'm not using anything fancy, just trying to use this up, but you can use any eyeshadow mascara you want. This is just a regular black one. And of course blush, I'm using this one. Now I'm going in with the same palette I used for my contour. I'm going to use this shade for my highlight. Using the same highlighter, just using a different brush. I am going to use this Wet n Wild lipstick in the shade of Breeze. This shade looks very natural on me, so I recommend you just grab a shade that looks very natural on you, whatever shade it might be, and apply that. Alright, so here's my end result of my no makeup look. I like it. Although I have to admit there's definitely things I would like to do a bit differently. Still trying to kind of figure it out. So there might be another video coming up in the future where I'm trying to do this, you know, maybe like a part 2. But anyway, so my favorite thing about this is definitely my eyes, because it's so quick and easy and simple to do, but it still kind of look more put together and a bit more awake. So thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please check out my other videos if you want to. And yeah, thank you so much. Well, till next time. Bye.